So, folks, we are seeing the arrival of the deputy speaker, Raj, and it seems to be that any woman from the official session is really involved with the police at the House of Representatives. It seems to be the party is a mayor block. The deputy speaker is here with the police. So again, this is TV. I'm here with Yasa Super. He dressed up in a blue suit,
Deputy Speaker, Honorable Thomas Fala, from the faculty, greeting his colleagues. So we are yet to see the speaker present in the joint chamber.
I mean, Yasa, what do you observe? I'm seeing the deputy speaker, even though with what happened in the citizen from the party, he's saying a smiling move, moving around, greeting your colleagues, and he appeared happy.
And that's a political decision from his party, so I think he have already accepted it because from his post on the internet, he didn't say anything contrary to what the party said. So he said CDC is like his home, and he have already made a relationship with brothers and sisters. So it's a mere act. But however, yes, that was what he said. But however, he looked forward to working with people from death because it was a party decision. So there's nothing, he can do about that. But he's still here. He's strong, smiling, and we just saw him greeting all of his colleagues. Happy face. So we don't think that that decision has anything on him. But however, it's a political case.
Could you just give some descriptive analysis about it? Just for you, just up in a dark blue, dominant dark blue, a black color shoe to match, and yes, and for the back of your phone, it also seems to be a dark blue as well, a dominant blue.
It seems like blue is his favorite color.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Folks, so if you just joined in, welcome. This is ELBC Radio 99.9 FM. We are broadcasting live from the grounds of the capital. We are here in the joint chamber, but we are now awaiting the arrival of the speaker, Honorable Richie Namwiku. So wherever you are, however you join this live broadcast, I'd like to say welcome. My name is Yasa Suba, and I'm here with Aaron Kailu. We are here bringing you all of the happiness here from the joint chamber. So we are waiting the arrival of the speaker, and the session can commence. But if you just join us, please comment, share our live broadcast. You can also drop your comments below for recognition. Wherever you're watching us from, just drop it in the comment section, and definitely we will recognize you. For as it stands now, we are waiting the arrival of the speaker. So we are seeing Honorable Samuel Koon just made his way into the joint chamber.
Nimba District number 5 Representative Samuel Koga as a RAV and having chit chat with the Deputy Speaker, Tom Ofa. I'm also seeing the Anthony Williams, District Number 1, in Maryland County, also having chit chat with the Deputy Speaker. We are still awaiting the arrival of the Speaker, Region Number Koon. So here comes the Speaker, Region Number Koon, and this is indication that any moment from now the session will begin.
So folks, any moment from now the session will commence. Any moment from now the session will commence, but we are seeing the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker there along with Honorable Samuel Hoka. They are having a chit chat. How great. How great. How great. The session is so commence. So the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker are well seated. So the session is about to commence. But wherever you are, this is ERPC. This is ERPC. My name is Yasa Siba.
Good morning, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished honorable members of the 55th Legislature. I have the signal honor at this time to announce to you the 14-day sitting of the third quarter of the first section of the Honorable House of Representatives and that of the 55th Legislature Republic of Liberia, Thursday, December 12, 2024. And now, therefore, this section is hereby called to order. It is hereby so ordered.
So the Sergeant have already called the session to order.
The 14th sitting of the third quarter of the first section of the Honorable House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia, Thursday, December 12, 2024. Honorable Speaker and members of this House, I've come to speak to you on the subject, what next? What next? Taken from the text, Acts chapter 1, verses 6 and 7. when they therefore were come together, they asked Jesus, saying, Lord, will you at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? The last verse said it. And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father has put in his own power. Mr. Speaker and members of this august body, in every undertaking, you always have plan A and plan B. Now plan A has been consummated, and so we are now contemplating on plan B. Now while you are focusing on plan B, what next? You have undergone so many ups and downs. You have gone from the Supreme Court. You have gone from this place to the next place. And you were able, by the power and grace of God, to succeed. The fear the disciples had, all the promises that Jesus made to the disciples, and now Jesus was about to ascend to heaven. And now when they went up the mount, the disciple asked him, Lord, what next? You told us you are going to die, and then on the third day again you are going to rise up from the grave. What next? You told us that you are going to prepare a place for us in heaven. What next? And now I stand in the place of the disciples to ask this honorable body, what next? All of the ramifications that are encompassed this place and its surrounding. What next for the Liberian people, my people? What next for the house? What next for the employees? What next are you contemplating on? For we know that in all things God works for good. Then I love to them who are called according to his promises. And so in your next planning, please fulfill your promises. May God bless you in Jesus' name. Let us pray. Father God, we thank you that you have called us again for your purpose to be done. We have executed the purpose. And I pray that you endow this city with wisdom, that these people will do your work, and that all glory will be given to you, and the Liberian people will be blessed. Thank you now in Jesus' name I pray.
Amen.
Amen.
Roll call of the honorable members of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia. Honorable Ricky, Honorable Koon, Speaker, Honorable House of Representatives, Republic of Liberia. Honorable Thomas P. Fowler, Deputy Speaker, Honorable House of Representatives, Republic of Liberia. Mosoraido County, Moyatu Ruki Barry, Moseku Eskane, Honorable Smoke Momba, Honorable Anthony Marcus M. Thomas, Honorable Presidia A. Cooper, Honorable Dr. Samuel Arrow Endos, Honorable Emmanuel Dam, Honorable Prince A. Todd, Honorable Frank Safogo Jr., Honorable Yeke Wak Koluba, Honorable Jerry Koluba Yobo, Honorable Edward Papin Flumbo, Honorable Munka Kekula Kamara, Honorable Abu Bana Kamara, Honorable Desen Lovely Sivo, Honorable Benham Blue Benson Jr., Grand Passau County, Honorable Aseji Bani, Honorable J. Clarence T. Banks, Honorable Matthew Joe, Honorable Alfred H. Flumbo, Honorable Thomas A. Goswa II, Swino County, Honorable Thomas Romeo Kuyo, Honorable Samson Kujuwea, Honorable Ellison Baldwin, Maryland County, Honorable P. Man Jume. President.
All right.
Grand Cape Mau County. Honorable P. Marjorie Maryland, sorry. Honorable Anthony F. Williams. Honorable Austin Blady Taylor. Grand Cape Mau County. Honorable Bentu Masale. Honorable Mohamed Dose. Honorable Bwese Sodin Feka. Bon County. Honorable Prince K. Kwena. Honorable James M. Couler. Honorable Josiah Marvin Cole. Honorable Robert Flumbo Wamba. Honorable Eugene J. M. Colley. Honorable Moima Brice Mesa. Honorable Foley E. Fumble. Lofa County. Okay. Honorable Julie F. Weir. Honorable Momo Shafak Boto. Honorable Chrissy K. Collins. Honorable Augustine B. Chewlu. Nimba County. Honorable Samuel N. Brown Sr. Honorable Nya G. Flumbo. Honorable Naika E. Gay. Honorable Ondis M. Massey Sr. Honorable Samuel G. Koga. Honorable Dawun T. Glegia. Honorable Musa Assam Belete. Honorable C. S. Miana. Honorable Taze Wombe. Grand Jide County. Honorable Jeremiah G. Sokan Sr. Honorable Marie G. Johnson. Honorable Jacob C. D.B. II. Bome County. Honorable Jakwakpa Obidaya Vani. Honorable Mana Bishop Johnson Jr. Honorable Sam P. Jala. Magibi County. Honorable Ronald Obi Cooper. Honorable Awan K. Jones. Honorable Ellen A. Atore. Honorable Emmanuel Ya. Honorable Clarence G. Gar. Riverside County. Honorable Ellen J. Grant. Honorable Steve Tikwa. Grand Crew County. Honorable Nathaniel M. Bawe Sr. Honorable Councilor J. Funati Kofa. River G. County. Honorable Ellis Paul. Honorable Aze B. Chirople Wo. Honorable Johnson F. M. Williams Sr. Bapolu County. Honorable Zina A. Norman. Honorable Luther S. Collins. And Honorable Mustafa Warite. Honorable Speaker, honorable members of the Honorable House of Representatives, there are 41 honorable members present, 28 honorable members absent, 3 honorable members suspended, and 1 honorable member excused. 42. Okay. Honorable Glegia, you make it 42. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ruko. In section, we have quorum within the reading, correction, amendment, and adoption of the agenda.
The 14-day sitting of the third quarter of the first section of the Honorable House of Representatives. 1. Session call to order. 2. Prayer. 3. Roll call. 4. Reading, corrections or amendment and adoption of the agenda. 5. Call for petition. 6. Call for special committee report. 7. Call for standing committee report. 8. Call for bills, motions, and resolution. Now business on Speaker's desk. Honor that we have A. Communications from His Excellency Joseph N. Boakat Sr., President of the Republic of Liberia, for the enactment 1. The Bank Financial Institutions and Bank Financial Holding Companies Act of 2024. 2. Tax Amendment Act of December 2024, amending the Liberia Consolidated Revenue Code as amended. 3. Tax Amendment Act of 2024, amending certain portions of Chapter 8 and 10 of the Liberia Consolidated Revenue Code as amended. 4. An act to amend Section 103 and Section 166, subsection A of an Act to amend Part 3, Chapter 10 of the Revenue Code of 2000 to provide for value-added tax (VAT), replacing goods and services tax (GST). Communication from Honorable Anthony Williams, craving the indulgence of the plenary to invite the acting governor of the central bank and his principal deputies to appear before the House to explain some key financial issues. B. Communication from Honorable Prince A. Talks, Representative Electoral District Number 8, Maserati County, respectfully requesting the attention and support of the plenary of the House to invite the Director of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency, LDEA, and the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, LMP, to address the alarming issue of open drug sales in the Soniwen community and other areas in Liberia. B. Miscellaneous. C. Adjournment. But Honorable Speaker, before that, we just received a communication from His Excellency Joseph Nyima Boaka submitting a financial agreement, Liberia First Resilient and Inclusive Growth Development Policy financing with a catastrophe deferred drawdown option between the Republic of Liberia and the International Development Association, RDA. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, esteemed colleagues, I move, and if I can obtain a second, that the agenda just read for this 14-day sitting quarter be adopted to form part of our working tool for today and subsequently be part of our ACA. If I can obtain a second.
That the agenda form part of our ACA. Are you all ready to vote? Already, Honorable Anthony Williams.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, today I will be ready to vote if you can accept this simple amendment that the report that has to do with the remaining 4 colleagues that shall be suspended or expelled at this point be added to this agenda for our discussion today. I'm ready to vote. I think we have some outstanding issues from which we did not include them on that list. So if you can bring this back to speed as to why they should be included, that would be good for us. But how be it, I think this is something that we all spoke about the other day, so I also accept.
The amendment made by the movement. Are you all ready to vote? Already on the marker, Thomas.
Long live the Speaker. Long live the doyen of the Honorable 55th National Legislature. So, Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, fellow colleagues, and to the movement, before us is the national budget that have been submitted for deliberation and passage into law. Secondly, we have 4 financing agreements that were submitted to the body just yesterday. And in keeping with our rules in Article 32B of the Constitution, which states clearly that the closing of the legislature for its 4th quarter is on the 13th of December, which is Friday. So in keeping with that, majority members of this legislature have signed a certificate for extension from the 13th of December to the 6th of January. So I will be ready to vote, the movement will be ready to vote. Please add that this resolution that has been signed by majority member of the legislature be put on our agenda for deliberation today again.
The issue of the resolution of the movement that is just when you got 18, it's already wrong.
Are you trying to debate the issue?
I'm trying to add information.
Yeah, to my distinguished gentleman from District 4, Moserado County, I know we have that speaks to 1/4 signing of resolution for extension. So we don't have to add that on our agenda. So because of that, please permit me to respectfully reject. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I will be ready to vote if a letter of excuse for one of our colleagues who will be away for about a few days is added on the agenda to be considered. To the movement. I didn't hear you, please. A letter from one of our colleagues who will be traveling out of here for several days is added on the agenda. Honorable Flomo from Nimba. Something like and it will be noted, so it doesn't necessarily come on the agenda. But if it's not on the, it's not on the agenda. Oh, okay. I accept. Thank you. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, to the movement, I will be ready to vote were you to accept this amendment that as amended by one of our colleagues who just sat presenting the resolution with respect to our extension. I'll be ready to vote were you to accept that we revert to executive on Mr. Lunes. Revert to executive concerning the resolution for extension? Yes. I know this has to do with when this session ends. Is that what you're speaking about? Whether it's Thursday, and because of that you want to go to executive to explain that? By tomorrow, we should be adjourned. And tomorrow, yes, the 30th. The 30th we should be adjourned. And the 30th is not our regular session day. So I want us to go to executive on our mental learner today. Please permit me to just reject that. I reject.
Member of all the amendment made, are you all ready to vote? All those in favor say yea, against, The motion is hereby carried. Honorable Chief Clerk, please continue reading. Call for petition.
There is no petition, Honorable Speaker.
Call for special committee report.
No special committee report.
Call for standing committee report.
No standing committee report.
Call for bill, motion, and resolution.
No bill, no motion, no resolution.
Business on Speaker's desk.
Yes. Communications from the President of the Republic of Liberia. There are three. The first one, November 27, 2024. The presiding officer, the Honorable House of Representatives in section capital.
Honorable Paul, please. Honorable Paul, give me the chair. Go ahead, sorry.
Honorable Presiding, I am pleased to submit to your honorable body for enactment a bill titled, quote unquote, the Bank Financing, Financial Institutions and Bank Financial Holding Companies Act of 2024. This draft bill is one of the structural bank marks aimed at strengthening the legal framework for licensing, regulation, supervision, and resolution of banks and banks holding companies with the overarching objective of promoting financial and macroeconomic stability. This law aims at bringing the Central Bank of Liberia's regulatory and supervisory functions more closely in international best practice. The law also reinforces the autonomy of the Central Bank of Liberia and enables CBL to carefully evaluate various factors to adapt international best practices to the specific features and requirements of the Liberian banking sector. I therefore trust that the legislature will enact into law this important legislation which will strengthen our financial sector. Sincerely, Joseph Nyama Boakat Sr. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, that is the first communication from the President of the Republic of Liberia. Thank you, sir.
With the reading of the bill from His Excellency President Joseph Nyama Boakat, Honorable Koon for your will and pleasure. Honorable Abba Joe.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, colleagues, having listened to the reading of the communication from the President of the Republic of Liberia, an act to establish banking financial institutions within this country, I move, if I may retain a second, that this communication be received and turned over to the following committees: the Committee on Banking and Currency and the Committee on Judiciary, to report in, if I may retain a second.
With the motion being seconded, Honorable Gentleman, you want to vote? All those in favor say yea. Against? Honorable Deputy Chief Clerk, please ask your comment. Next.
The next communication from the President. December 3, 2024. The presiding officer, the Honorable House of Representatives in section Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Mr. Presiding Officer, I am pleased to submit to your honorable body for your consideration and enactment the following three bills. 1. Tax Amendment Act of December 2024, amending the Liberia Consolidated Revenue Code as amended. 2. Tax Amendment Act of 2024, amending certain portions of chapters 8 and 10 of the Liberia Consolidated Revenue Code as amended. And 3, an act to amend sections 103 and section 166 subsection A of an act to amend part 3 chapter 10 of the Revenue Code of 2000 to provide for value added tax VAT replacing goods and services tax GST. There is a critical necessity to enhance revenue generation efforts in order to improve public service delivery and address the pressing socio-economic challenges faced by our nation. These bills are part of a broader strategy to support our national budget and aim to create a more robust and adaptable revenue system that will respond effectively to current pressures and lay the foundation for long-term economic stability and growth for the people of Liberia. The proposed amendments are expected to impact various sections of the Revenue Code, specifically regarding royalties on iron ore, gold, and other base metals, withholding tax on payments to residents and non-residents, excise taxes, and transactions between related persons. They will also affect the tax imposed on goods and services. Additionally, the bills propose a revised VAT rate of 15%, a reduction from the current rate of 18% as established in the VAT Act of 2024. This adjustment is intended to and enhance revenue generation, thereby contributing positively to the overall economic development of Liberia. I trust that the Honorable Legislature will enact these bills, recognizing the significant implications they hold for our budget and the broader economic development of our nation. Sincerely, Joseph Nyoma Boakat Sr. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, distinguished gentlemen, that is the reading communication bills for your enactment. Thank you, sir.
Our colleagues are for the public chicken delivery, one of the communication sent by the president who just passed. Okay? Anyone else say? That's all? Okay, please repeat.
December 11, 2024, the presiding officer, the Honorable House of Representatives in session, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Mr. Presiding Officer, I am pleased to submit for ratification by the Honorable Legislature the financing agreement Liberia First Resilient and Inclusive Growth Development Policy financing with a catastrophe deferred drawdown option between the Republic of Liberia and the International Development Association, RDA. This agreement is designed to support 3 main pillars closely aligned with the objectives of the government's forthcoming development strategy, Arrest Agenda for Inclusive Development, AARD, and the World Bank Group's country partnership framework for Liberia. 1. Strengthening fiscal resilience. 2. Enabling foundations for private sector development. 3. Supporting social disaster and climate resilience. Under this agreement, the RDA has committed to extend concessional financing to the Republic of Liberia amounting to $60 million United States dollars. This total is composed of 3 distinct components. Credit A, $90.8 million funded from the Association Performance Allocation to Liberia, allocated for the financing of the DPF withdrawal tranche. Credit B, $20 $20.2 million with a short-term maturity also allocated for the financing of the DPF withdrawal train, and Credit C, $20 million sourced from the association's performance-based allocation crisis response window, and general RDA resources designated for financing the CATGDO withdrawal train. I trust that the legislature will favorably ratify this agreement, thereby enabling us to achieve the outlined objectives for the betterment of our country. Sincerely, Joseph Nyuma Boakat Sr. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, that is the reading of the communications from the President of the Republic of Liberia submitting several documents for your action. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Deputy. Honorable colleagues, with the reading of the oral instrument from the President, what is your winning pleasure? Honorable Abba John.
Thank you, Mr. President, Mr. Co-President, colleagues. Having listened to the reading of full communication from the President of the Republic of Liberia, three of which asking for amendment to our tax law to enhance the improvement of the revenue generation of our country, to take it above what we are generating currently. I move, if I may obtain a second, that all the bills requesting for amendment be received and sent to the Committee on Ways, Means and Finance to report within 1 week, and the financing agreement also be received and sent to the Committee on Ways, Means and Finance to report within 1 week, if I may obtain a second. If I may obtain a second.
With the motion,
If I may obtain a second.
are you all ready to vote? Already, Marco Thomas. Already, Marco Thomas.
Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, colleagues, and also to the movement, I will be ready to vote, Mr. Speaker, that these instruments, owing to the nature of them and also including other instruments that are already in committee room, owing to the fact that will be closing shortly, that these instruments be treated with, will be done expeditiously by the Committee on Ways, Means and Finance, Committee on Banking and Currency, and Committee on Judiciary. If you can accept that.
Legislatively, when the word within is used, it means that the committee, once the report is even prepared today, they could also present. So it means that surpluses doesn't accept.
We really want to emphasize on Tuesday because of the urgency that these tax amendment will bring to the revenue sector of our budget. We really want to emphasize Tuesday. When we can you make that? Can you accept that amendment?
Yeah, I
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Chairman, with the motion.
Because we say
Chairman, with the motion and all of the amendment made, are you all ready to vote? All those in favor say yea. Those against? The motion is carried. Honorable Chief Clerk, pick out the accordingly.
Yes, sir.
There's a regime, Deputy Chief next.
Communication from Honorable Anthony Williams. November 25, 2020. Honorable Richard Namwe Koon, Speaker, 55th House of Representatives, National Legislature, Republic of Liberia. Dear Honorable Speaker and distinguished colleagues, subject, request craving the indulgence of plenary to invite the Central Bank of Liberia and all principal deputies to explain to plenary key financial issues. I write to crave the indulgence of this august body to respectfully request the presence of the governor and principal deputies of the Central Bank of Liberia (CBL) before this plenary of the 55th House of Representatives in section to appear and provide explanation on the following critical issues that are affecting the Liberian market. 1. Shortage of Liberian dollars on the market. As we approach the festive season, there is a noticeable shortage of Liberian dollars on the market. This situation is alarming and could cause significant inconvenience to the Liberian people during this important time of the year. 2. Increasing bank charges. The consistent increase in bank charges has been a great concern. It is imperative that we, as representatives of the people, understand the reasons behind such substantial increases in bank charges. Honorable Speaker and esteemed colleagues, given the urgency and importance of these matters, I kindly request your indulgence to invite the governor and principal deputies of the Central Bank of Liberia to provide detailed explanations. The current situation is particularly concerning as we are in the Christmas season, and any disruptions could lead to significant embarrassment and hardship for the Liberian people. I look forward to your prompt attention to this matter and hope for a swift resolution. Yours sincerely, Honorable Anthony F. Williams, Chairperson, Houses Committee on Banking and Finance, Representative P.O. Sullivan, District Number 2, Maryland County. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, that is a reading of a communication from Honorable Anthony F. Williams. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Chico. Honorable colleagues, we will be reading from a communication from our colleague Anthony Williams, from Maryland County. What is your waiting pleasure? On the DJ Blue, what one DJ, one speaker.
Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker, colleagues, I hope that the proponent of this communication be given 2 minutes to elasticize on the matter, after which it will be sent to the Committee on Banking and Finance.
With the motion made and seconded by our colleagues, honorable gentlemen, are you on the vote? All those in favor say yea. Against? The proponent, please elasticize in 2 minutes.
No, Chairman. Thank you. You go to law school. We now go to law school. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Regent Koon, Deputy Speaker, Honorable Thomas B. Fat, distinguished colleagues, all of you here can bear me witness. We are representing the Liberian people here in every situation that put us around the Liberian people. It is honor our obligations that we go and settle these obligations. Over the week or over the past time, I have gone to the bank, raised a check of 25,000 Liberian dollars, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, and the bank is asking me to take $7,500 liberty, when my accounts have about 50,000 or 30,000 liberty. As a representative of this country, the bank is asking me to take 7,000 liberty out of the 25,000 that I requested for. What about the market women? What about the ordinary people? if a representative can be restricted to his own account to get on the land.
Observation, Mr. Presiding,
I observe that this issue under review is going to the chairman, who is the proponent, and therefore the communication should be sent to the committee instead of discussing it. When they reach the committee, we will discuss it.
observation noted. Community can be added accordingly.
As well reject. Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Deputy can be added accordingly. Next.
Communication from Honorable Prince Stubbs. Presiding, I'm writing to respectfully request your attention and support in inviting the Director of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, LDEA, and the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, LMP, to address this esteemed body and the Liberian people regarding the alarming issue of open drug sales in the Soniwen community and other areas of Liberia. It has come to my attention that the location where drug sales are openly taking place in my district is situated less than 50 feet from the Soniwen Public School, where young children are receiving their primary education. This situation is deeply concerning.
We want to announce the Ways Ministry and us to gentlemen. He has called on the process to continue the Ways Ministry PSC. Please continue the debate. Thank you. You already made the official call of the General People Business. Politically continue.
As we continue our collective efforts in the fight against drug abuse and trafficking, it is crucial that we take swift action to address this pressing issue. The close proximity of
police, please come back. All those for the Ways and Means of PSC, please come back. For the concentration here. Please sit for us for 5 minutes. Yeah, we agree. The minute we up to tonight. Now please let us more. Continue with
the close proximity of the illicit drugs sale to a school environment is particularly troubling, as it may normalize and glamorize drugs use in the eyes of our vulnerable youth. We must act decisively to shield our children from such harmful influences that could have lasting detrimental effects on their well-being and future prospects. For this reason, I am kindly requesting plenary to invite the Director General of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency, LDEA, and the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, LMP, to share insights and propose strategies on how they intend to combat this problem effectively to eradicate open illicit drug sales in our communities. Thank you for your attention to this urgent matter. I equally anticipate our collaborative efforts in addressing this critical issue of open illicit drug sales in our communities. Sincerely, Honorable Prince Stubbs, Representative District Number 8, Mosurado County, Monrovia, Liberia. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, that is the reading of a communication from Honorable Stubbs. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Deputy. I will call with the reading of the communication from the Prince Director of District Number 8, Mosurado County. Where is the reading, pleasure? Austin Taylor, Marion County.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, having listened to the elaborate reading of the communication from our distinguished colleague, Honorable Prince Charles, number 8, Consular County, I will move, if I can be recorded second, that the directors from DEA and representatives from the Ministry of Justice be made to appear here on next week Tuesday to give more reasons and explanations on the highlighted situation. Meanwhile, I will wish that we gave the proponents some time to expatiate on his communication. I so move.
I will come with the motion just made, the second one is, are you all right with it? On the
My brother and honorable from Maryland County, the issue of drugs, I will be ready to vote. If you can please consider that the security apparatus as well as the Ministry of Justice get to the committee chair, the Committee on National Security, to get in depth, because how rehabilitation company to give all what are the plans that they're working towards to enhance, drug-free society. So I will appeal to your function that instead of sending it to the plenary, the Committee on National Security should say seize of the matter and report the day over value within 1 week. Please. To the doyen of the House from Liberia County, considering that this matter is a national emergency, we would prefer that these relevant agencies appear before plenary. So I so reject.
Mr. Bengal Mayor, are you all right with it? All those in favor say yes, against? I will tell the proponent. 2 minutes, please.
Thank you so much. My Honorable Speaker, my Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleague, as you all know, the issue of drugs in our country is a national issue. Our president has spoken about this issue, and we all are affected by the issue of drugs in our various district and community. In my district, especially in the Sonoma area, where you have children going to school at the Sonoma public schools, we have people openly selling drugs that 50 feet away from these schools. And I think this issue is not just in my district, it's also happening in other parts of Liberia. So it is important that we have these entities, the LMP, the LDA, to come here and explain to us as to why they are having open sales of drugs in our different communities. I thank you.
Thank you so much. So as per the motion bill, we are calling these entities to appear before the The time frame was Tuesday? Okay. Politically act accordingly next. Politically we move for you next. Let me move for you.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, on motion, 7 of your colleagues were complained and investigation done, and the motion carried that 3 of those colleagues who were affected by the complaint should be suspended, and at a later time there will be action from plenary, because plenary resolved itself into a committee of the whole to conduct the investigation. That's where we are. So we expect plenary's decision in that effect. Thank you, sir. 4% remaining.
Can you please name them, please? All outstanding callers.
Honorable Eugene J.M. Colley, Honorable Frank Safoko Jr., Honorable Alex Noah, and Honorable Zina A. Norman. Those were the balance 4 persons which action from plenary were due.
Honorable colleagues, on the explanation made,
Including Honorable Presiding, also under the investigation there was the issue regarding the personnel director also of the House of Representatives, which were also inclusive of the investigation.
we now be tabled to be handled administratively.
Thank you, sir.
As it relates to the explanation made by the Deputy Chief Clerk, on the basis of our colleagues that needed to be suspended on the complaints filed by 4 or 3 of our colleagues, we would like to take a motion on this issue, because I can remember in our section prior to this day we deliberated on it sufficiently, so I will take a motion on it and proceed on the way. Let me recognize Honorable
Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, given the gravity of what our colleagues against whom the complaint was brought did, we believe, having suspended the first 3, it would be unfair if there is no action taken against the last 4. Therefore, I move, and if I can receive a second, that the last 4 be equally suspended. I so move.
It has been moved and seconded by our colleague from Nima County, but I think we need a duration because our first 3 colleagues were suspended for 30 working days, which will be almost 4 months. So we also need a time duration for the rest of the 4 guys and all the members that need to be suspended. Yes, Honorable Ernest Benson.
Our colleague was suspended. I think we had an amendment. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker and fellow colleague, I think the motion was amended. Instead of 30 working days, it was 30 sittings, so that we don't confuse it.
Yeah, 30 meeting days.
Yeah. So we don't confuse working day with 30 sittings.
Noted. Already, Honorable Kisi Collins.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, my colleagues, to the movement, I will be ready to vote provided the rule to suspend our colleagues will be taken into consideration. Rule 48.7c states member can be suspended on the basis of misconduct. To
to the movement, I will be ready to vote again if that portion of our rules will be accepted and enforced, that these of our colleagues will be suspended for 30 sittings. Then I'll be ready to vote.
To the movement.
To my distinguished from Lofa County and the chairman of national security, who believes in discipline, I so accept.
Honorable Anthony William.
I just told his position.
Take it back, take it back. Take it back.
To the movement, I will be ready to vote if you can quantify your motion with this simple amendment, that all of the benefit be stripped of them, and then they should not be found around the premises of this building, like the other two is doing right now. I will be ready to vote.
To the movement. Screen up here upon the chair. From the green screen up here upon the chair. Sorry,
Honorable Anthony Williams, who had acquired for himself the reputation of being a speaker killer, I so accept.
Please, one of the people going to ask Mukuma first. He said that is already will help you.
Honorable Speaker, brother from Nimba County or Promo, you say when you're joking, you should always think at the court do. There was a motion having suspended our 3 colleagues, suspending or extending the orders, and that motion cannot be cancelled. I would like to vote that the motion that the table not to suspend those 4 gentlemen in the last time is hereby cancelled, and there emerged a motion to take a decision that this guy will be suspended in similar manner as it was done in Madiko, in Abu Kamara, and Papi Fogo in the sea from land that has to do with everything regarding benefit, the time of setting, everything should be inculcated. No need to procrastinate. So, if we can accept that motion and that the civil servant rule says any employee of government that work starting from the 1st to the 14th to 15th automatically entitled to that one salary. Knowing, realizing that we are speaking today of the 12th, right? The 12th of December, that commencing. Huh? Well, I want to say that today, their salary for December will not be paid because they are not reached the statutory period. If we can accept that simple amendment.
My friend, brother from Nima 5, based on your experience and your intervention to make sure that the rules are followed and the punishment are equally distributed, I so accept.
With the amendment made to the motion, I will already vote. All those in favor, make it by putting your right hand up. Honorable Soka, I'm waiting for you. All those in favor, make a move and put your right hand up. Honorable Soka, I'm waiting for you. Against? Abstain? How about the road to the result?
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Director Speaker, Honorable ladies and gentlemen, there are 44, 2 against, no abstention. Okay, 1 abstention.
With 44, 1 against, and 2 abstention, the vote is carried. Honorable colleagues, let's please re-emphasize to our suspended colleagues that the last time we sent a caveat that it should not be seen within the premises of this honorable quarters. If they continue to defy plenary decision, we have no other means but to reinforce our decision that will lead to expulsion. We usher in the peace and power and the decision-making power of this honorable House of Assembly. Thank you. Honorable Director Chikabi Agakono, please make sure that all this communication gets to the finance and all the requisite department to take effect. Next. Information accepted. Koon, to go the other way.
Honorable Richard Nambe Koon, Speaker of the 55th Legislature, Honorable Veteran Doyen Thomas Fala.
The people, wait a minute, you can now please. Thank you so very much for informing us about the issue in our voting process.
The Honorable Deputy Speaker, should I say the men and women you suspend? We don't know what the secretary is.
Honor, please go to the information.
And let me provide the information to this august body in my capacity as one who has been requested or asked to ensure that there is proper functioning and running of this building, that the instruction for plenary during the first suspension, that those that were affected in person of Representative J. Marvin Cole of Bond County, Representative Abu Bana Kamara of Moserado, and Representative Ero Papi Flum of Moserado County to stay away from the premises of the House of Representatives while serving a suspension. That instruction of mandate from plenary has not been laid up to by them. They are always seen on the premises here, and even not only seen, last Monday was another day that some of them were here and carried on acts and minor that was against the functions we have come to discharge here. I thought to bring that to plenary attention, and again to also update plenary that as you are aware, this is the month of December, and salary will be paid earlier, as the Minister of Finance has informed us. Against such backdrop, I thought it wise to inform plenary that the former Speaker, the representative of District Number 2, Grand Crook County Council, Senator Fanatic Kofa, has been written by the Honorable Chief Clerk by my directive to submit the name of his staff for processing. It is our hope and prayer that he submit the name that any other ordinary lawmaker have here that will be processed on the payroll so that they can receive their just benefit for the month of December. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleague. I just thought it wise to inform you on that information. Thank you.
Noted, noted. Observation on Mokoga.
Honor Article 13 of the 1986 Constitution provides that every citizen had the right to move and reside anywhere. Owing to the fact that our police have been suspended, they cannot be debarred from entering the Capitol building, but they cannot discharge the function as a representative. If they carry out any acts unlawfully, they can be arrested. So let me just make it clear so you can understand that. They be coming here, they want to visit any of us, they are welcome.
The fact is that you cannot bring a decision. The only decision here, decision was voted upon in law order. Sorry for your call. Next.
Miscellaneous, sir.
I want to announce our colleague that the chairman executive of the Koon lost his niece, and they'll be buried her by 1 o'clock today. So when you have the chance to be there and get this happen, there will be information for our plenary.
Also, Honorable Speaker, we received a communication from Honorable J. Clarence T. Banks announcing
that was voted.
No, a part of his announcement.
Oh yeah, he also believes he's going to the States by the weekend. Motion to adjourn.
So to our viewers, thank you so much. This is LMTV. We are still here in the chambers of the 55th National Legislature. This is the House of Representatives regular session. Several decisions have been taken today, ranging from the decision that have to do with the suspension of 4 additional lawmakers here, but Emmanuel's so we will soon be going out, but oh, I might take time for you. Several decisions have been reached. 4 additional representatives have been suspended based on, according to the colleagues, inappropriate to their workings. So again, they have been stripped off of their salary for 3 months. So we are making our way outside.
Alright, but you just All right, folks. So we are still here live in the Joint Chamber, and we talk to the Director for Press and Public Affairs, and Rabel Hines. So he will bring us up to speed as it relates to the national draft budget. Welcome to ERBC.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Great to be on the national television. So, as announced before, we started the budget hearing, the revenue component of the budget. It started since Monday. It's ongoing, having the Ministry of Finance in all of the section and that of the Liberia Revenue Authority and various entities that generate revenue for the country. So, today is day 4 of the hearing. The Committee on Waste, Means and Finance, along with the Committee on Public Accounts and Expenditure, they are conducting this hearing. That Committee on Waste, Means and Finance has been chaired by Maryland County District Number 1 Representative, Nigeria. So it's ongoing simultaneously. It's expected to come to a close on tomorrow, Friday. And then after the revenue component of the budget, you will have to have the expenditure component. It is the expenditure component where you have various line ministry and agency coming to defend their respective budgets. But for now, it is those entities that generate revenue for the country, so that they're able to know about the revenue code, because the budget is projection. How are we going to derive at this amount is exactly what being discussed with these entities that are appearing at the revenue component. So on tomorrow will be the final day for the component on revenue.
Okay, but there has been a concern from a lot of our viewers. So the communication that was posted, on the internet says public hearing, but the budget hearing is not, open to the media.
The budgetary process is very transparent. It's very open. But as we did. You were there during the first day, which is the official opening of the budget hearing. And then in legislative politics, what happened is that during the component on revenue, because you're playing with revenue figures, and it has some national security implications, and so we don't have it open up to the public. But during the expenditure component, it is the time you have the various line ministry and agency. You have the media from the very start of the expenditure component, because, for instance, LBS would be called LBS budget. Well, there's this the Ministry of Finance sent maybe about 5 or 10 million in your budget. How are you going to expend it? How much did you get before, and what did you do with what you had? So there will be utterance report. So that process is open up to the press, it's open up to the public. We also have civil society organizations that also come here, and they will also ask some questions relative to the budget. That's how it is. So different ministries and agencies doing the expenditure will come to defend their budget. Now, if they were given 10 million before, they were given 10 million in the last budget, what did they do with the 10 million before now requesting for maybe 11 additional one? So those are basic conversations that are being held during the expenditure component of the budget, so that people get to know exactly what it is. But the process is very transparent, it's very open to the public, there's nothing to hide about it. So that the public gets to know exactly what is in the budget for who and what, and how much is given to you, what did you do with it. And that's how it is.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We are again excited to be on the national television. Thanks for the great job you continue to do. Keep informing the country on where we are as a country and where we're headed. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Alright, folks, so you just listened to the Director for Press and Public Affairs, Rabel Hines here, who will bring it up to speed as it relates to the national draft budget. We are now trying to make our way outside of the joint chamber. So we are trying to make our way downstairs. So folks, if you're just joining us, wherever you are, however you join our live broadcast, We'd like to say welcome to ELBC Radio 99.9 FM, and we are also broadcasting live on our online platform, LNTV Liberia Live. My name is Yasa Suba, and I'm here with my colleague, Aaron Tailu, who has been here earlier on this morning, making sure that all of what that is happening here can be brought forth to you live on the television. However, we're trying to make our way outside and see if we can capture all of what that is happening outside of the joint chamber. So we have been here earlier on this morning. So we are trying to make our way in front of the joint chamber, but we have received serious reports from our colleague who has been furthering and bringing us up to speed. There is a communication by one of our colleagues, which she stated that the invited speaker, J. Nancy Kofa, is currently at the Supreme Court. Well, the Supreme Court ruling was very clear, and the Minister of Justice on Thursday interpreted the Supreme Court ruling that has a sense now. Our reporter are saying that the invited speaker is at the Supreme Court. However, we don't know why he's there. But Stay Posted has to bring you all of the happenings and updates here. So, folks, we are here. If you just joined us, we'd like to say welcome. My name is Yasa Suba, and I'm here with my colleague Aaron Tailu. We have been bringing you for this live broadcast from the grounds of the Capitol. So our reporter from the Supreme Court, sent a message to us through a communication saying that the invited speaker, J. Nancy Kofa, is currently at the Supreme Court. On Tuesday, the Minister of Justice, interpreted the Supreme Court ruling, and he was very, very clear as it relates to the issue of the majority blocks hosting a section, and the session was legit. And also, the Senate came up with their communication saying that they have recognized the majority bloc has a legitimate bloc to host section, and they have already recognized Speaker Rachel Koon as legitimate Speaker of the 55th House of Representatives of the Republic of Liberia. Also, we received a communication that the vehicle that was assigned with the invited speaker has already been taken from him, but however, he still maintains his security, and he's currently at the Supreme Court. We don't have any information as to why he's there, but howbeit, we are here to bring you all of the happenings here. So the budget hearing still continues today. Today is the 4th day of the budget hearing. Tomorrow it will come to an end. It will come to a closure. But thank you so much wherever you join us from.
But Yasa, before you conclude, today in session, there was a lot of tough decision that was reached by the majority member.
Okay.
The president sent 4 communications. One of the most important one that caught my attention was the one that have to do the revenue component of our budget, to amend certain portion of the revenue law to increase our budget, which was passed on and sent to committee room for 1 week and come out with fact finding to be passed. And followed by that, you also have communication from the district number 8, Representative Prince Stowe, regarding the issue of drugs.
Yes.
The issue of drugs in our country is of no secret. Everywhere you see young people who, quote unquote, people refer to them as future leaders, are on a regular basis consuming drugs, and they are summoned a LDA and those who are responsible to fight
And the
drugs in
Liberia
country.
National Police.
Yes, to appear
Yes.
before them and give
Primarily to
cause.
see how best
And
they
give
can settle
cause
this
and
issue.
tell them how they are going about fighting drugs as well. And also you have this decision that have to do with suspension of 4 additional representatives by their colleagues as well.
Yes, that's the representative that were highlighted was Honorable Prince Foko, Honorable Eugene Kwali,
Yes.
Honorable Zinan, and the
Normal?
rest.
Yes.
So they are trying to reach a decision to see how best they can come up with or decision, because they have not concluded on it yet. So I really don't want to speak on that. But however, the preliminary are coming up with a decision to see how best they can take legal action against these lawmakers. But however, the issue with the drugs that Honorable Prince So highlighted, he talked about his community there in the Sony Wen.
Yes.
He said whenever you go around those communities, you will notice that the people are outside there selling drugs not far from school, and which of course is a concern, Aaron, because the issue of drugs is not just just a one person thing. It's a nationwide thing. So I think it's a concerning issues that we should be able to look in, as a country. So he also appeals with his colleagues to see how best they can invite the LDA director and also the IG of the Liberia National Police for how to stand down. I think that's where we are, Aaron. If you have any final thing, maybe you want to.
I mean, so far since the morning till now, the grounds of the capital building have been peaceful so far compared to other day. But today, yesterday and today have been very peaceful. People are doing their normal business. Earlier on, we saw the arrival of an embattled speaker. But again, we are getting report that he has gone to the Supreme Court of Liberia. This time around, we can't tell exactly why he gone to the court for. But the report is he has gone to the Supreme Court of Liberia again. Even though the Supreme Court last Friday, the Supreme Court ruled, and the ruling has been interpreted by the Attorney General, who is responsible to advise the president, and the president is now doing official business with the majority bloc, including the Liberian Senate. But again, he are going to the Supreme Court. This time around, we don't know why, but again, maybe in our subsequent time, we'll bring our public to speed as to why he are going to the Supreme Court for.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Well, we hope to hear from the invited speaker. Why is it that he went to the Supreme Court? But how be it, we have been here providing coverage for you about all of the happenings and trending issue here at the grounds of the Capitol. So specifically, we are in front of the Joint Chamber, and this is how we let the all day. Thank you so much wherever you follow us from. My name is Yasa Suba, and I'm here with my colleague Aaron Tailu, who have been, behind the camera, making sure that all of what that is happening here today can be captured on the camera. This is ELBC Radio 99.9 FM, and we're also broadcasting live on our LNTV Liberia platform live. Do have yourself a pleasant time wherever you watch this video. Have a pleasant time.
And right at the back of Yasa is a vehicle belonging to the new speaker, Richard Koon.
Right, definitely.